Okay, but this is our last one of the day. This is Pointless Discussions request for the month. And because Pointless can't be here for several of the other streams, so we're just skipping ahead to this one. This is Larkin Poe, Mad as a Hatter. Let's hit it.
So quiet. So are we. Sometimes. We wrote this for our grandfather, and he suffered from schizophrenia. And I think mental illness is one of those things that's very hard to talk about.
It is.
It's an uncomfortable thing to talk about. But I think it's something that we should be open about it. It's really hard.
With her preface, I'm going to read the preface that that Pointless supplied as well. It might come as a shock not requesting Within Temptation this month. Instead, we have some very talented sisters from Georgia. Rebecca's lead vocals are powerful yet beautiful, and the harmonies with her sister Megan are heavenly. Also, there's slide guitar. The song's vibes also really fits the lyrics, which touch upon the topic of Alzheimer's and other mental illnesses, in this case, schizophrenia. Curious what you think. There we go. Let's keep going.
Somebody slipping away, especially recently our grandmother, our mom's mom, has been slipping away kind of into dementia. And so we are gonna remember our grandparents when we sing this next one. It's about mental illness. It's called Mad as a Hatter.
Heavy, man. So first of all, musically, they set us up acoustically, feeling like it almost sounds like a desert, right? Slide guitar. Now, while slide guitar is probably a piece of their regular repertoire, they have that Americana vibe. The way it's being used here and the way that the mandolin is being played, it makes you feel like you're out in like an ocean or like a desert. You're off in some uncharted terrain alone, and I feel like that could often be associated with dealing with a close loved one's mental illness of any kinds, whether it's schizophrenia or dementia, Alzheimer's. I've dealt with people and with loved ones who've dealt with that, and it very much feels like you are out at sea. Like there's no hope. There's nothing that you can do. You feel lost, and there's no one who can help you either, which is terrifying. I will go through the lyrics for a second. I know what time it is. Time is a thief. It'll steal into bed and rob you while you sleep, and you'll never feel it. It pulls off the covers and rifles through your head. Then you'll wait to find you can't remember what you just said. It happens to everyone, just like the father of my father. Time stole his mind, and I can't forget that 1/4 of his blood is mine. I try not to worry. Yeah, it's scary because Alzheimer's skips a generation typically. And my mother's grandmother also like suffered from severe dementia, so that's something I think about a lot. And it's a big discussion. I'm fortunate to be able to have that open discussion with my family, but it is really, really, really hard. Yeah, stranded on an island. That is what it really feels like. It's beautifully written because it's not too abstract, but it's a really great depiction of what this type of life struggle is like. It's beautiful. Also, not to mention their voices are absolutely gorgeous. And the videographer for this video is wise because he relies on the cinematic elements of foreground and bokeh and kind of that Gaussian blur that comes from the lens to create this air of haziness that's very cinematic and very kind of in your face.
You just said happens to everyone.
Blindness.
Just like the father of my father, time stole his mind, and I can't forget that 1/4 of his blood is mine. I try not to worry. To draw a clear distinction, who you are, who.
It's so beautiful. I mean, it's who are they pleading towards? Who are they asking? Right? Yeah, it could be anything. You could say it's God or it's themselves or their ancestors. What is it? Hey, Horacle, welcome back. This is our last one. This is Mad as a Hatter. It's a reflection on Alzheimer's and mental health and family, loved ones, and in your genes. Please don't come for me. I promise I'll be great. Just let me keep what's mine. With that echo, her sister singing, let me keep what's mine. Please don't come for me. If you must, then please wait and let me have some time. You know, because what's the difference between living and dying if you're in this temporal loop of life, right? Does it actually extend? Does the time you live in that loop, is that at all different? That's so... sorry, that's like so dark and deep. I'm not going to go down that path. Please don't come for me. Mind over matter. It don't matter when you're as mad as a hatter. It's beautiful text painting. The poeticism of the text itself is very beautiful to speak, to listen to hear. And then the way they echo each other is absolutely gorgeous. Very light and very... like a very light mixed phonation that can easily flip up into that kind of, it's a yodel, but it's also just like a light, airy head voice. It's not a yodel in the sense it's not focusing on the gap. It focuses on bridging into that high, lofty timbre that's just slightly different than that more chest dominant kind of even mixed sound. Oh, they're related to Edgar Allan Poe. That's very interesting. Part of their name then. Larkin Poe. It's kind of their aesthetic too.
They say the world is what you make it. You think, speak, and breathe, and those rules still apply. Stuck in one of make believe. Make the best with what you're given.
Before we jam out in the chorus, it's hard to draw a clear distinction. You are who you are, who you were. Through the looking glass, the past and future begin to blur, and no one can blame you. Well, they say the world is what you make it. You think, speak, and breathe. And those rules still apply, stuck in a world of make-believe. You make the best of what you're given. ... love her voice too. So like her voice is beautiful. Not to mention, it's, I think the best way that it comes to mind for me is unapologetic. And that's the best word to describe. Yeah. Describe her voice. Rebecca's voice. That's what I was looking for her name. Yeah, Rebecca's voice, the best way to describe it for me is unapologetic for everything that it is. They complement each other's tones and both tell a story, and what we hear is truth. Yeah. A secret that they have carried for a long time and finally get it out. Cliffhanger. End. Yeah. That's a... I mean, Pointless, this is such a great request because it's a band I've never heard of them. And then there's this amazing story and unique way of telling that story behind it all. And it's beautiful. I'm just going to zoom back a little bit.
Of make believe, you make the best with what you're given.
Yeah, so Rebecca's voice has a lot of those like Florence Welch, very grounded chest voice qualities to it, but she also keeps it all open, so you have all of that color as well, and she flips really evenly into head voice. And Megan is the perfect complement to that because she is always in this space of mix in a way. It's very like an ethereal lining to the top of that. It's very complementary. They have similar timbres. They have similar acoustic timbres, probably because of they're related, right? That makes sense. But they don't sing the same way, and that is a really exciting combination for, especially since they are, musicians together. So obviously, performing and practicing together helps in that process too. No, we have not done Evanescence. Oh, we did Evanescence. We did not do Revamp yet. Yeah, everything that's not been done will be done on the day after Christmas. Yes. Hey, thanks for gifting a sub to Mike Capriani. Oh, and regarding that thing with the slide guitar, a lot of people have trouble at first doing like a rhythmic instrument while singing, and you can, because if you're like playing chords on the piano or strumming a guitar rhythmically, you can often fall into the trap of like singing rhythmically, which doesn't work very well. Excuse me. But if you are doing, once you figure out how to be rhythmic with your hands and then like melodic with your voice, then it can work out pretty well. But doing two melodic functions, which I guess essentially is what slide guitar is, right? I mean, slide guitar has that one very linear function of the slide part with the thing. I don't know what you call it. And then the other fingers are rhythmic. So that's a multi-textured experience in the hands. And then you have to sing on top of that. It's like all these different layers. That's my philosophy on it. When you're balancing rhythmic and melodic motions, linear or like staccato functions. And it's interesting. Yo, holiday stream is going to be dope. Yo, this is sick. Slide guitar solo. Such a good vibe. Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts, having people paint the roses in this like false fakeness. Meanwhile, the Mad Hatter is the enemy of the Queen of Hearts. The Mad Hatter is forever living in a state of chaos, whereas the Queen of Hearts wants him dead for that. Wants him dead for not falling in line. I love that ending. I love that ending so much. Pretty sure that what? Who? Megan sold... Oh, all redhead singers sold their souls for better voices? Oh, you're talking about... Yeah, you're talking about Rebecca. That's funny, dude. I mean, yeah, these are some mean vocals. And I love that meditative ending and that little homage to Alice in Wonderland and the subject, right? This is a dope song. This is like one of my new favorite duos. I love it. It's so beautiful. And the story is incredibly impacting. And it makes you think. It really makes you think in a tragic but beautiful way. And it's a versatile song too, both musically but also emotionally. There's so many, dare I say it, rabbit holes to go down with these texts. It's a really great draw on, subject material that is a really wonderful analogy for this kind of topic.